The courtroom fell into a heavy silence. Cameras paused, and every movement seemed measured, tense. Tiny Harris, tears streaming down her cheeks, finally broke under the weight of weeks filled with rumors, betrayal, and hidden truths she was never meant to uncover. Witnesses later reported she whispered a single word before collapsing. Why? Because only a few feet away sat the person she had trusted the most, the one who had promised never to hurt her. And in the back row, Kandi Burruss remained composed, her expression unreadable. This was not merely a court case. It represented the unraveling of an empire built on fame, loyalty, and secrecy. Outside the courthouse, chaos erupted. Bloggers, fans, and gossip accounts dissected every moment of the live stream. Conspiracy theories flew. Some claimed T had colluded with Kandi, that Tiny's breakdown was staged for sympathy. The speculation was relentless, each theory more dramatic than the last. Yet those closest to the trio insisted this was no performance. The events were real, raw, and spiraling beyond anyone's control. Inside, Tiny wiped away her tears, took a deep, shaky breath, and looked directly at T. She whispered, "You promise me." Her words barely carried across the courtroom, yet their impact was profound. A few reporters scrambled to capture every detail. The judge called for order, but it was ineffective. The story had already escaped the courtroom walls. By the time the gavel struck, clips of Tiny's breakdown were already circulating online. Hours later, fans replayed her trembling words, analyzed her expressions, and dissected every gesture. She whispered, "You promised me." But what exactly was she referring to? The affair, the money, the leaked footage? No one knew for certain, and the ambiguity only fueled speculation. Then came the real shock. An audio recording surfaced on an Atlanta gossip blog, allegedly from a private conversation between Kandi and someone close to her team. The voice on the clip was calm, confident, even slightly smug. "We told him it would blow up, but he didn't listen. Now she knows everything," the voice said. Within minutes, the recording spread like wildfire online. If authentic, it confirmed what many had suspected. The betrayal was deliberate, not accidental. The idea that Kandi could have orchestrated something so manipulative sent shockwaves across the industry. Kandi's PR team acted quickly, releasing a brief statement denying involvement and claiming the recording was fake, a deep fake created for clicks. But for most observers, the denial came too late. The impact was already irreversible. Meanwhile, back in his studio, T paced relentlessly, running his hands through his hair, muttering under his breath. Friends who witnessed him that night said he looked like a man who had lost control over his own narrative. For years, he had carefully cultivated his public image, a devoted family man, successful entrepreneur, and respected artist. Now, all anyone could talk about was betrayal. Sleep eluded him. One friend revealed that he repeatedly watched the clip of Tiny crying, unable to look away. He said, "There's something in her eyes he can't unsee." Tiny's team went quiet. Her attorney declined to comment, her publicist stopped answering calls, and her social media accounts went dark. Yet a close confidant revealed a different side. Tiny was determined to uncover who had set her up. She kept a notebook, recording names, dates, and details, piecing together her own version of the truth. She didn't believe T acted alone. According to her friend, she suspected someone aimed to destroy them both, and Kandi could be central to the plan. That theory gained momentum quickly. Fans scoured old interviews, live streams, and social media posts, hunting for subtle clues. Looks, captions, fleeting gestures. One viral thread suggested Kandi and T had been meeting privately weeks before the scandal erupted, allegedly discussing a business project that never materialized. Some pointed to a photo from a charity event showing the two sharing a quiet moment away from the crowd. Suddenly, every past memory was being scrutinized as evidence. By midnight, hashtags had exploded across social media. Headlines read things like, "Atlantis power trio collapses in scandal," or "Love, Lies, and Loyalty, the Tiny trial shocks Hollywood." Amid the noise, those closest to the situation repeated the same warning. None of this was meant to happen naturally. Someone orchestrated it all. Every leak, every headline, every public meltdown had been carefully planned. As dawn broke, a new detail emerged. A text allegedly sent from T's phone to an unknown number the night before Tiny's arrest. It read, "It's done. Make sure she never finds out." Whether authentic or not, no one could confirm. But once the message hit the internet, the story escalated from messy to catastrophic. Fans demanded answers. Journalists chased every lead. And somewhere away from the flashing cameras, Tiny sat in silence, grappling with the possibility that the betrayal wasn't just personal. It might have been strategic. She may have been used as a pawn in a game far bigger than she realized. The courtroom had gone quiet that day, but the world outside hadn't stopped talking. The air in Atlanta felt heavier than usual. Crowds gathered once more outside the courthouse, reporters, fans, and curious onlookers, all hoping to witness another moment of the chaos they had watched unfold live. Tiny Harris had not been seen since her emotional breakdown on the stand, but speculation was rampant. Some claimed her legal team was keeping her under tight supervision. Others insisted she had left the city entirely, preparing a statement that could change everything. Her silence alone was enough to keep the internet in a frenzy. Inside T's camp, the atmosphere was equally tense. Emergency meetings were called as his team scrambled to contain the damage before it derailed his career entirely. But by that point, it was too late. Every news outlet, gossip blog, and YouTube commentator had turned against him. Clips of Tiny crying were replayed endlessly. Footage of T in court, staring at her, was slowed down and captioned with words like remorse, guilt, and betrayal. The narrative was no longer his to control. Whatever he said or did could not undo what had been set in motion. Late that night, yet another blow landed. A blogger known for exclusive leaks posted a blurred screenshot showing what appeared to be Kandi Burruss and T together in a recording studio just days before the trial began. The caption read, "It wasn't business, it was betrayal." Within minutes, the post had racked up hundreds of thousands of views. Fans flooded the comments, tagging Tiny and demanding answers. Some pleaded with her to see the truth, while others insisted it was part of a larger, calculated scheme. The internet had become its own courtroom, and in that space, no one was innocent. Kandi attempted to respond, going live briefly on Instagram. Her voice remained calm, but her eyes betrayed unease. She said, "People will believe what they want. Not everything you see online is real." Her statement was careful, rehearsed, and emotionless. Yet, rather than clearing her name, it intensified the speculation. Viewers scrutinized her every movement, her tone, the tension in her hands, the pause before saying T's name. Every word became a clue, every silence a potential admission. "She's lying. She looks guilty," one user commented. Within an hour, her video had been clipped, reposted, and analyzed by hundreds of accounts. Behind the scenes, Tiny's lawyers prepared for the next hearing, but she refused to leave her house. A close friend revealed that she had stopped answering most calls, except those from her mother. "She keeps asking why everyone is lying," the friend said quietly. "She feels trapped in someone else's story." The emotional strain of the betrayal was turning into paranoia. Every new leak, every rumor felt personal, targeted, and deliberate. Tiny began keeping her phone off for long stretches, wary that another revelation might appear at any moment. Then came an unexpected twist. A local Atlanta journalist posted a cryptic message on X. It read, "A hidden camera, a deleted file. The truth is darker than anyone knows." The tweet disappeared within minutes, but screenshots circulated immediately. Within hours, an anonymous account released a short audio clip, allegedly from a security recording inside the same studio where T and Kandi were seen. The voices were muffled and distorted, but one phrase was unmistakable: "She wasn't supposed to find out." The clip threw the internet into chaos. Fans replayed it, enhanced it, slowed it down, and dissected it with self-proclaimed forensic audio experts who insisted the voices matched T and Kandi. Neither party confirmed or denied the clip, but their silence spoke louder than any statement ever could. By evening, fans had taken sides. Hashtags for Team Tiny, Team T, and Team Kandi dominated social media, turning into online battles. Influencers weighed in, commentators uploaded courtroom breakdowns, and some claimed to have inside sources confirming the betrayal. The drama was now impossible to ignore. A few people even suggested the entire situation was part of a secret documentary deal, that every tear, every leak, and every argument had been scripted from the start. But if that were true, then who was writing the script? Who was directing the chaos? Meanwhile, inside his studio, T sat alone staring at his phone. He hadn't posted in days, not since the clip went viral. He knew whatever he did next mattered. One wrong move could finish everything. Then a text from an unknown number appeared on his screen. It read, "They told you not to get close. Now pay the price." He froze. It wasn't the first message like that he'd received, but this one felt different, direct, threatening, final. He glanced up at the security cameras in the corner and felt a cold wave run down his back. Someone was watching him, and they wanted him to know it. That same night, a close friend of Tiny said she received an anonymous